Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my current beauty favorites and products that I have been absolutely loving recently. I have a good handful and a nice variety of products that I want to share with you guys today, all beauty related, whether that be makeup, skincare, hair care, just all beauty products that I've been loving. So I really hope that you guys enjoy, and if you want to see my current favorites, make sure to keep on watching. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with hair care today because hair care is one of the things that I talk about, I would say, the least here on my channel. Of course, I talk about makeup a ton. I throw in some skincare content here and there once in a while on my channel, but hair care is one of those things that I don't talk about because honestly, you guys, I don't do a lot for my hair. I have very easy to maintain hair. It's low maintenance. I don't do a lot to it. I kind of wear the same hairstyles every day, but when I find something new that I love for my hair, I know I have to come on here and share it with you guys. So my first favorite for my hair is this Conair paddle brush. Now, I know a hairbrush might seem a little bit boring and kind of the same as all other hairbrushes, but this is actually the first paddle hairbrush that I've ever used in my whole 22 years of getting my hair brushed and brushing my hair. I always used a round hairbrush, not a round brush that you use to do like a blowout, but just like a round shaped hairbrush or like a wet brush or something like that. So I decided to give this paddle brush a try, and I am so pleasantly surprised. Not only does it brush my hair out faster because it is larger, but I find that it detangles the hair without ripping out my hairs. Usually when I brush my hair or when I'm styling it, I get a lot of hair falling out on the floor or in the sink, but for some reason with this hairbrush, I'm not losing as much hair and it's not tugging as much of my hair out. And it's just been something I've been really enjoying to brush my hair with. I brush my hair a lot throughout the day because I have very fine texture hair. It gets very knotty fast. So I always need a hairbrush on hand, and my hair does not fall out at all when I run this brush through my hair. So I know it's a little bit random, but I've personally been seeing a huge difference in my hair ever since I switched to this brush. And also it's a really cute floral design, if you guys can see. Again, it's by the brand Conair, and I picked it up from Ulta for around $6, not too bad. Another hair product that is a little bit newer to me that I have been loving are a new shampoo and conditioner, and these are by the brand Live Clean. These were sent to me in a Influencer Vox box a couple of months back. These were actually a part of the Valentine's Day Vox box, but they got lost in the mail and they didn't show up to my house until early June. So I didn't get a chance to try them out when everyone else did in their February Vox boxes from Influencer, and they've been sitting in my closet for a few months while I've been trying to finish up some other things in my shower. I decided to finally pull these out and try these because for a few weeks my hair had been feeling very just oily, and although I don't use really any product in my hair besides shampoo and conditioner, my scalp just felt like it had a lot of buildup on it for some reason, lots and lots of oil, and I wanted something to just like get that residue out and detoxify my hair. And I saw that this was a detox shampoo that removes dulling residue, and I love it. I definitely think it does that. This makes my hair feel so clean when I use it, and then the conditioner leaves my hair nice and soft, and it says that it gently restores the moisture and shine to your hair. So not only has my hair been looking really great, but it smells incredible. I love the apple scent that these Live Clean shampoo and conditioners have. And something else that was intriguing to me is that this is a natural plant-derived type of shampoo, which is something that I've never tried before. I don't really pay a lot of attention to the ingredients in my shampoo. I have been using drugstore hair care products my whole entire life, and I feel like my hair is fine. I know some of you might not agree with that, but this is the first, I guess, cleaner type of shampoo and conditioner duo that I've used, and I find that it still suds up really nice in the hair, and it definitely gets that nice bubbly foamy clean that I like to feel. When I saw that this was a more natural option, I did think this was going to be more on the pricey side, but I looked it up and Amazon has them for like $5 a piece, which isn't bad and is typical of shampoos and conditioners from the drugstore, I would say. So I have been really liking these in my hair a lot. Next up, for my current favorites, I have been absolutely loving the makeup eraser as part of my skincare routine. This is something that I am very, very late at trying out. I am late at hopping on on the makeup eraser bandwagon, not even just the actual makeup eraser, but the makeup removing reusable cloths in general. They're just something that I was skeptical for a long time, but I am so happy that I tried this out because I don't think that I would be able to do my skincare routine and remove my makeup going forward without this. If you guys don't know what the makeup eraser is, or these makeup remover cloths, I guess you could say, all you do is run them under warm water or wet your face with warm water first. You wipe your face and this takes off all of your makeup. It's a really great alternative for those of you that use makeup wipes or cotton pads and makeup remover and you're constantly throwing out things like that. I find that this is a really great alternative because you could throw it in the wash with your towels. You could also dry it. It's really quick and easy to clean if you want to hand clean it in between uses as well. Recently, I implemented this into my skincare routine because I switched cleansers to a more sensitive, skin friendly and gentle cleanser that doesn't get off all of my makeup. Now, a few months ago, I would wash my face with Clean and Clear, which is a more harsh cleanser, but it would remove all of my makeup and then I would just double cleanse. So I never had the need for actual makeup removal before I went in the shower and washed my face. But ever since I switched to the more gentle cleanser, which is better for my skin, especially my sensitive skin, it doesn't take all of my makeup off. I always have leftover makeup residue, so I definitely needed a solution to take off all of my makeup before I went in and cleansed my skin. I would say my one complaint about this is that it is a little bit pricey. It is $20 for the one towel. But with that being said, if you are avid users of makeup wipes, you don't have to keep spending money on all different packs of makeup wipes. I definitely want to try out some alternatives and maybe compare them. If you guys would want to see a video on that, definitely let me know because I did just purchase 2 of the e.l.f. cleansing clouds that are kind of, I think, supposed to be face halo dupes, which is another reusable makeup remover. It's like the little circle, you guys know the face halo. For now, for the past month, I have been absolutely loving using this to remove my makeup. I wear heavy makeup, especially when I'm filming. It takes off all of my foundation, concealer. The one thing that it leaves behind a little bit is waterproof mascara. I find that this never removes 100% waterproof mascara, but I have another favorite that I'm going to talk about to do that. The product that I've been loving to take off my waterproof mascara is the 4th Ray Beauty BFD cleansing oil. Cleansing oils always scared me because, again, I do wash my face in the shower and I was always scared that it would make the floor of the shower oily or slippery. But not only that, I was scared that it would make my skin overly greasy because I do have combo skin. Sometimes I do get oily, especially in these warmer summer months, but I find that it's the perfect mix of like an oil and a gel to where I just take a little bit on my fingers, kind of rub my eyelashes with some water, and it melts off the waterproof mascara or any other pesky makeup on my face right off, and my face is 100% clean. Whenever I don't use this, I do have waterproof mascara buildup on my eyes, even if it's all the way at the root, which sometimes can be hard to clean. It will keep building up and building up and building up and making my mascara almost hard to apply on top of, because some waterproof mascaras, especially the Essence Lash Princess, are like glue on my eyelashes and I have so much trouble getting that off. So as far as makeup removal, skincare favorites, the makeup eraser and the 4th Ray Beauty cleansing oil have been top of my list for this month and definitely staples in my skincare routine. So besides my staple makeup favorites that you guys already know about and you see me use again over and over here in my videos, there are a couple of makeup products this month that have really stood out to me and were actually pleasantly surprising to me that I wanted to share with you guys. So my first makeup favorite that I shared with you guys briefly in my Nordstrom anniversary sale haul video is the Max Fix Plus watermelon scent. Of course, Fix Plus is nothing new to me. It is my ride or die holy grail makeup spray. I use it under makeup, in between my makeup routine, after my routine. It is that perfect makeup spray for me. But I've been really enjoying the watermelon scent, especially for summer. It's very refreshing, not overly scented or overly powerful. The scent goes away pretty much after it settles into the skin. And it's just been a really fun change up in my makeup routine, just a little bit something different than using my typical unscented Fix Plus. And I definitely like to avoid fragrance when I can. And I have gone fragrance free in a lot of my products, especially products that are going to be staying on my skin all day. I like to avoid fragrance where I can, but this was honestly just on a really good sale. It came in the set with another large Fix Plus and a mini Fix Plus for only $35, which is such a steal. You'll know if you guys use Fix Plus because one of them is only $28, but it's just a little switch up, something fun in my summer makeup routine that I have been loving. And of course, I also love this like hot pink reddish watermelon packaging. It is beautiful. Next up for my current beauty favorites, I have two eyeshadow palettes to share with you guys, both of which are colorful palettes, which I am very shocked about. I have been very into color recently. So the first palette that I've been really liking is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise 18-piece eyeshadow palette. I have a whole review and try on this if you guys want to go check it out. If you guys saw that video, then I am just as surprised as you are that this made it into my current favorites video, because when I first tried it out, I really did think this was a little bit of a lackluster palette. It's not terrible, but it's not absolutely amazing either. I think compared to e.l.f.'s traditional bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, those are so much better and so much cheaper as well. But when I want color, I just still found myself reaching for this palette recently, and I have been absolutely loving especially this middle teal Sip Sip shade. That has been my go-to pop of color for the rest of the summer since I filmed my original review video. Another great color in here that I like is this Sea Salt White shade. When I was watching reviews on this palette, a lot of people seem to not like this palette because it's a little chunky, it's a little glittery. But I have to say, I really like this for the inner corner. I love that wet metallic finish that it has. I'll go ahead and swatch some of the other shades that I really like in here as well. Here are some of the swatches. Again, these are the ones that I like in this palette. As I mentioned, definitely hits and misses throughout this whole palette. Some of them are better than others, but some of the metallics are beautiful. Some of the mattes are very buttery and blend nicely on the eye. Some of the shades in here I don't love so much. The lilac, the green, this indigo disco shade right here, those I don't love. If you guys go back and watch my original video on this, I think the final look using those colors was pretty, but it's more of a soft look. For looking so bright, the lilac and the green don't really give off that much color payoff. So again, definitely hits and misses in this palette, but I find that for those couple of staple shades that I have been reaching for this palette for, it was worth including in my current favorites video because I do keep it up on my vanity with the rest of my favorite palettes. I figured I would share this with you guys in my current favorites video. The next palette that I want to share with you that I've been loving, I won't talk about a ton because I have been sharing it a lot on my social medias, my TikTok, my YouTube, as well as my Instagram, and that is the Lurella Cosmetics Rockin Moroccan eyeshadow palette. Lurella is a new brand to me. It is an indie brand. I was just gifted this palette for my birthday, but let me tell you guys, I fell quickly in love with this palette because it is so stunning. I truly feel like I can't say enough good things about this palette. This is the palette I'm wearing on my eyes today with some of the brown shades and the glittery neutral shades. The formula on all of these eyeshadows, especially the bright colorful ones, the colorful metallics, are absolutely incredible. I said this in the video where I did 2 looks using this palette, which I highly recommend checking out that video if you want to see how truly amazing these shadows are and how they perform on the eye. But I genuinely feel like these are the best colorful eyeshadows that I've ever tried, and you guys know I'm kind of a little bit of an eyeshadow snob, I guess you could say. I've tried a lot of eyeshadows in my time on YouTube and even before that, and I typically only tend to like high-end palettes. I like Anastasia formula, I like Tarte formula, Sigma formula, and when I see an indie brand or a drugstore brand of eyeshadow, I kind of assume that it's not going to be good, but this proved me wrong big time. These are the best colorful eyeshadows that I've ever tried, so definitely make sure you guys go check out my 2 looks video video where I showed you how to do two beautiful, colorful looks using this palette, so you could see the colors in action and you could see how amazing they actually are. The last thing that I've been loving that I want to share with you guys in today's video are a couple of new lippies that I feel like I haven't talked about much here on my channel, but I have been loving using them on the daily, and surprise, surprise, they're all nude shades and glosses and things like that. So my current favorite lipstick is what I have on now, and this is actually ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip, which I know is shocking. I'm definitely not a huge liquid lipstick person, but this is the only liquid lip that I could wear comfortably all day long and almost forget that it's even there. It is just a standard, a little bit more on the cool tone side nude lip that is perfect for every day, and the Ultra Matte lips last all day long, so I have been using this a ton. They definitely have stepped up their formula. The Ultra Matte lips from ColourPop used to be a lot more drying, not as comfortable, but this one I can totally forget that I even have it on my lips. So that is the lipstick that I have been wearing every day. And then I have been also going back and forth between two glosses recently. The first lip gloss is also from the brand Lurella, the same brand as the colorful eyeshadow palette that I just mentioned, but this is their iconic lip gloss in the shade Love That For You. And you guys guessed it, also just a nude shade. But I like this one a lot compared to some of my other nude glosses because it's a very pale nude, which I don't tend to have a lot of. I always go for a more peachy nude or a deep nude, but I don't have a lot of just like standard neutral pale nudes in my collection. It's this one right here. In my opinion, I feel like it's different from a lot of glosses that I've tried color-wise, but it also has a beautiful glossy formula, and this also smells really good. It has like a strong orangey citrus scent, which I don't mind, but I just wanted to tell you guys if you are sensitive to stuff like that. But I'm just loving how juicy and glossy and hydrating this is. And last but not least, for gloss, the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss has been one I've been wearing a ton, whether I'm using it on top of a lipstick as more of a topper or on its own for a no makeup look. It has just been one of my favorite glosses to reach for. Out of all of the glosses that I own, this one is stunning. Definitely a little bit more on the sheer side compared to the other two lip products I'm talking about today. It's right here on the end, but do you see that intense, juicy, wet finish that it has? And this one is in the shade Champagne Glam. It's pretty sheer, but it has some golden peachy specks in there that look really great layered on top of another lip color. I for sure think that this helps in plumping my lips as well. When I apply this, especially on my bare lips, you feel that intense cooling, tingly feeling that you know it's working, but it's not overbearing and painful, because I have tried plumping glosses in the past that are so cooling and minty that it almost stings my lips. This is a very comfortable plump, and I do find that it makes my lips look significantly larger when I wear this gloss. e.l.f. gloss is a little bit on the sticky side, but it does last a long time, and it's not overly sticky and uncomfortable. It's just enough stickiness to where the gloss is going to stay on the lips and not slide right off. So those are my current favorite lip products that I've been wearing almost every single day. The liquid lipstick is an amazing base for either of the glosses, and I've kind of been alternating between the two, but today I just decided to wear the lipstick on its own so you guys can see how it looks. All right, you guys, so that's everything for my current beauty favorites. Those are all of the products that I have been loving recently: hair care, skincare, and of course makeup. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video, and as always, all of the products that I talked about today will be listed and linked down below if you guys want to check them out. If you did enjoy seeing this video and spending time with me today, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!